When Ilya reached out to me from VanHack, we were in a place where finding developer talent in particular, but even a lot of high value talent was difficult, and he made that a lot easier for us right out of the gate. We've hired 4 engineers through VanHack, and all of them have been absolutely amazing additions to the team. We get approached a lot from recruiters and about potential recruitment opportunities, but working with Ilya and VanHack has been hands down the smoothest and friendliest and easiest path to finding amazing people for the team. We're at the point now where we're getting about 3,000 applicants per month, and yet I still find that everyone who comes through Ilya and VanHack really comes right to the top of our list, because we know that that process is already going to be so much easier. I definitely recommend working with VanHack, although sometimes I'm hesitant to, because it's like my secret weapon.
Yeah, so originally it was tough, because it was really it was me doing a lot of the sourcing, resume screening, interviewing, making the decisions along with our COO Miranda and with our CEO Greg, and actually our CTO sat in on many of the interviews for the developers, Matt. So it was just like a lot of hours originally. I hired another girl, Amanda, in April last year, and so we kind of teamed up, and it made the process a lot better. But early on when we started, it was just hard to get senior talent in anything. We were looking for designers, developers, marketers. A lot of the people we were finding were either very junior, or their expectations didn't really line up with us, or their culture fit wasn't there. So yeah, it was tough at first. It got easier around late spring last year. Yeah, hiring developers from all over the world is kind of what we've been doing, I guess. We've had a lot of success hiring developers that either have just arrived in Canada, or we've been recruiting them abroad, a lot from Brazil, which makes it pretty fun and actually pretty easy for them to integrate. So they already have a bit of a relationship with those developers, like right off the bat. They're all super fun. It's just not kind of what you would consider your typical developer. They're all super grateful and kind and willing to I don't know, just have fun while they're working too. So I've found that here, the competition's so stiff, so it's really just like, how much money can I get? And like, it's more just, I don't know, they all think they're really qualified for the job when maybe they're not necessarily. Whereas all the developers that we've hired from abroad are just like really grateful to be working for a company like Thinkific.
Here at Thinkific, I don't feel this wall, because we have people from the entire world. We have like colleagues from Japan, from Korea, so we have a lot of people, even from Russia. So it's pretty fun, because we don't have that wall here. We go out together, we do a lot of happy hours. So even like 2 months ago, we got together to do a chili challenge between the companies. So we did a chili with the whole development team that I work with. It was pretty fun. So I don't feel this here, like people are warm here. People want to be together, they want to go out together, so it's pretty fun. The biggest surprise, I think, is the people. Like, as Canada have a lot of people from the entire world, it's not only Canadians, we have different cultures, and it's really awesome to see, like, you have like different restaurants to go, Italian restaurants, you have Korean restaurants. I was really surprised, because I was waiting for another thing. And this is awesome, like the way that Canada like holds and wants more people from the world here, it's amazing. And I think for the moving itself that was not so easy, I think it's the family. It's like the only thing.
Being awesome, work with them. I worked with them for one period remotely from Brazil, and they were so nice, so patient with internet issues, those remote problems that usually happens. And when I arrived here was even better, because people here are awesome. Everybody's so nice, everybody's so focused on making the team succeed, and yeah, pretty awesome to be part of this team. To worry about security things in Brazil, like the violence was growing like very much every day. And then we started considering going abroad, first going to Europe. When we received the job offer from Thinkific, we started considering Canada. So we start to looking better to the company, and we really liked what we were seeing and what we heard, because we had friends that that came here to study, and then we accept, like, yeah, let's try it.
So when I first started at Thinkific, that was actually one of my biggest initiatives, was changing our onboarding process. So we actually developed an internal onboarding course using our own platform that kind of gave people a really great introduction to Thinkific. So right off the bat, they had a lot of the resources and tools and knew kind of what was happening around the company. We also changed a lot of how we did our onboarding. So we implemented a buddy system. So that made it really easy, whether someone was working remotely or at our head office here, to just connect with someone that was in a similar role to them that could really help them answer questions, go for coffee, grab a lunch, get on a video call if they're remote to help answer any questions. So kind of help them feel like they're part of the team right off the bat. So we've been always really great at communicating with any of our new hires. So from the minute that we hired Carol, we kept in touch with her as she looked to transition to begin working for us. We set her up with a buddy here, Akio, who is also from Brazil and had worked for a few other companies here, but had a really good understanding of like the time difference with Brazil. I think to start, that was probably the biggest challenge, is just knowing a lot of the time they were working really early mornings before our team here had even started. So there was a bit of a delay in terms of like being able to get a response, and it required her to kind of work independently quite a bit for the first little bit. But we really encouraged video communication, so that when our team was online, especially for Akio as her buddy, to make sure that they had face-to-face conversations, so it wasn't just always like this impersonal kind of online messaging. In terms of like language barriers, there wasn't many, mostly because like a lot of the information that we pushed out to our employees, it was pretty easy to understand. We included a lot of video content to make it easier to digest, but also pairing her with someone that spoke the same language as her. If there were any language barriers, they could kind of work together to overcome those. And then otherwise, you know, eventually when she did come here, there was obviously that second wave of kind of onboarding where you're actually meeting the people that you've only ever seen on video. But our team has been really great when we've had people working remotely, whether it's for stand-ups or meetings, to make sure like that we have really strong video systems so that they never feel like they're not part of the team.